Now we'll talk about workflows, certain workflows, some very common workflows that we use for our own audiences and for our customers. G2 intent to LinkedIn match audience. Many of the companies that we work for, they have a G2 profile. They have a very serious G2 profile. They pay a lot of money to G2. Okay, and G2 can be integrated to say HubSpot and then match to LinkedIn match audience. That integration can be done. If you need help, we can do that as well. So the idea is to detect buying signals from G2 visits, push the target account to LinkedIn matched audience, personalize creatives using intent topic, and retarget it via LinkedIn video and document ad, right? For example, somebody visits your G2 profile. Okay, that company information and the people information can be pushed into CRM HubSpot, then can be pushed into LinkedIn matched audience. An audience can be built, and then you can create a very personalized creative using intent topic. The intent is G2, correct? So you can show the campaign in which you say, hey, we are top rated in G2. We are one of the top rated agency in G2. This is the G2 metrics, graph where we are standing on the top right corner. And then you can retarget them using LinkedIn videos and document and case studies and white paper and whatnot. Right? So that's the kind of workflow. This is one example of a workflow. You can create other workflows as well. We'll talk about other workflows. Very commonly used workflow in our use cases: G2 intent to LinkedIn match audience, role-based creative, and CRM sync and follow-up. Okay, the workflow number 2, CRM match plus similar companies API. We use that all the time. That means your CRM data is your gold mine for future prospects. There are a lot of companies who came, they became a prospect, they became a deal, but they never converted into the customer. You can retarget them. Plus, you can find similar companies who are part of your CRM. Correct? That makes sense, right? To find companies who are similar to the ones who are there in your CRM, because they are the ones who have shown the most interest. That's why they are lying in your CRM, right? So upload your CRM account, open plus one deals on non-open deals or closed deals, whatever it is. Find similar companies API. There are a lot of similar companies API which will find similar companies like yours to extend the ICP. So you upload, say, 100 companies, you can find 500 more companies using similar companies API. Then layer the firmographic targeting via LinkedIn. Okay, and then create a LinkedIn ads audience. You can even create lookalike audience in LinkedIn to expand the audience, and then run precision prospecting ads as an outreach. So your sales outreach is now on steroids, right? That means you're reaching them in no time. Correct? If you do an email campaign, LinkedIn outreach campaign, it's going to take weeks and months. With ads, it'll take possibly a few hours or a few days to set everything up, and then it's going to be on top of it, them in front of their eyes for a very long time. Okay, so this is how the workflow looks like. CRM data, then look for customer match, then find similar companies, find local companies in using LinkedIn audience, and then create an expansion campaign, right? To find more similar companies to come down to you. The third workflow is CDP behavioral data for dynamic ads. This is a very common use case that we use all the time. Your CDP may hold the product usage data. For example, you have a mobile app, you have 80% of the users are non-paying users, they are free trial users, whatever it is, they're using your app. So based on the usage and the behavior, you can create segments and then target them, right? If somebody is a free trial user, but they are coming to your product over and over again, they're using your product, then that means there's a good chance that they will go ahead and upgrade, right? So you can run a very specific campaigns for them to ask for upgrade, right? So segment accounts by product usage or renewal status. Okay, if they want, if there is a renewal coming up, SaaS subscription renewal coming up, you can, intimate them, you can inform them. Sync audiences via segment or Snowflake, trigger ads reflecting user behavior, and track engagement and update CRM pipelines. Right. So that's another very common workflow that we use, especially in B2B tech, large companies. It's commonly used for, right? CDP behavioral data to dynamic audience sync, personalized ads, and engagement and CRM update. Okay. Another workflow is web visitor intent to LinkedIn retargeting. So Super important signal this is. If somebody is visiting your website, but they're not filling up the form, it's a good chance for you to go ahead and convert them, right? So detect anonymous web visit. You can use tools like Factors or Lead Feeder, Sixth Sense, and there are so many other tools as well. HubSpot also has inbuilt features for that. Make a list of companies or profiles, identify the companies and the engagement level. For example, somebody who is visiting your blog may not be as important as somebody who is visiting your pricing page, right? So you need to identify the companies as well as their engagement, what engagement they are having. Then based on that, create a dynamic segment, okay, and then push it to LinkedIn ad audience, retarget the decision makers via LinkedIn ads, and alert the SDR for LinkedIn and email outreach. For example, if there is a company who is coming, people from the company who is coming and visiting your pricing page over and over again, you can run LinkedIn ads as well as you can alert the SDR to send LinkedIn and email outreach to that particular company, the decision makers in that particular company, with more information. Think about it. It's total common sense. But a lot of companies, they're not using it. So this is how it looks like: a web visitor intent to company identification to LinkedIn retargeting and SDR outreach, right? If you can sync all these things, it will basically help you increase the pipeline super fast. So this is how the LinkedIn-led ABM tech stack looks like, okay? You got to have the CRM, the CDP, like HubSpot, Salesforce, Segment, Snowflake. The intent data can be, the G2, the Bambora, the lead feeder, the factors, and also the intent can also come from the CDP as well. The activation is LinkedIn ads and similar companies API, super important. Okay, and also LinkedIn lookalike audience. All right, and then attribution is HubSpot, GA4, and factors, so which can help you with the attribution, right? So this is a typical LinkedIn-led ABM tech stack looks like. These are the most common tools that we use. Of course, there are a bunch of other tools in the market to build your own tech stack, and we'll talk more about it in the coming days. All right. The idea is to find the intent, update the CRM CDP, create audience match, create ads, which is personalized, and then that will help you create your pipeline, right? And use AI in the process as much as possible, right? Okay. So Bridge Ads plus LinkedIn is true ABM 2.0. Correct? Why Bridge Ads is so important? Because it combines the real-time data with verified targeting, automates intent-led campaign delivery. That means your campaign is super personalized with intent. You know that they have visited the G2 and your campaign talks about G2. Good. So it is super personalized and it is intent-led, right? You know that they have visited your website, checked out your pricing page. You are giving them a discount. Super good, right? Super personalized. And it builds a continuous signal to sale optimization, right? The signal is there, the sale, and we continuously create optimization loop around that. Okay, so think about these strategies when it comes to your ABM 2.0. This is how the world is moving. Okay, if you're going to not move fast here, you're going to left behind. Trust me, a lot of companies, they are adopting this very, very fast. Okay, and there's a lot of excitement going on around this area. Okay, these are some of the best practices for enterprise SaaS. Refresh audience daily via automation, use automation, and raise the data with Clearbit and other, Sixth Sense and other APIs. Sync CRM lifecycle stages to LinkedIn. Okay, use role-based messaging for buying committees. Role-based messaging. The messaging for the CFO may be different as compared to the messaging with the end user, right? Leverage document conversion ad for that, right? So conversation ads for that. Okay, leverage document. That means, give white papers and ebooks and whatnot. Okay, create conversation for that and attribute it to pipeline, not the CTRs. Okay, so don't just focus on clicks, but, attribute everything to the pipeline, right? And there are a lot of tools out there, and HubSpot can do things super fast when it comes to attribution. So if you can build those systems, that's going to help you a lot in the coming days. Okay, so this is the continuous loop: detect, target, learn, optimize, and repeat. That's the whole game here. It's not going to happen in a matter of weeks. It may take months and possibly years, but it's totally worth it. Trust me, it's a long-term game. I see ABM and the ABM 2.0 as a long-term game. A lot of enterprise, they need to learn, understand this first before they implement it. But it's not about just running an ads and getting some leads and just be happy about it. It's about building a system that's going to outlast algorithm shifts and changes and like so on. Okay. So we have continuously talked about the dark funnel framework as well in the coming days. The whole thing that we're talking about right now, including the bridge ad, is part of the dark funnel as a framework, where we talk about the detect, augment, reach, and Kaizen. We are going to create a lot more webinars around the dark funnel framework. So keep an eye out for this particular framework. We have built this framework, and this is helping our customers a lot. You can use this framework to help yourself, and use this framework to build the ABM 2.0, to build the GTM strategy for 2025, right? That's the goal, okay? So the whole framework is a very different framework from the traditional frameworks that most of the B2B companies have been using. This is a new framework. It starts from detect and the signals, and it creates a loop in which we continuously learn, right? And reach out to the customer as and when they need it, right? Okay, so it's not a spray and pray campaign. Instead, it is like, give me the signals, and based on the signals, I'll reach out to you, right? It's a different shift in mindset on how we think about ABM and GTM. Okay. All right, so these are the integrated GTM engines. Signal detection engine, you got to build a signal detection engine when it comes to bridge ads engine. Outreach and automation engine, you got to have the outreach and automation engine, and also performance ad engine. So there are 3 engines. Detect the signal, do the outreach, create the engagement, push all the data back, and create an ad out of it, right? The idea is to convert anonymous signal into pipeline-ready accounts. That's the idea. Okay. So I hope that this session has helped you to at least shed light on what ABM 2.0 is and how LinkedIn ads can bridge the gap between ABM 1.0 and ABM 2.0. Okay, the future of ABM is LinkedIn in many ways. ABM 2.0 is driven by precision, not by volume. It's not about reaching out to 100 million different people. It's about reaching out to 100 different accounts and getting your deal done, right? LinkedIn is a B2B activation layer in many ways. Bridge ads can connect signals to sales outcome. And if you want to build a future-ready GTM in 2025, use AI, use automation, and use LinkedIn effectively. It'll help you a lot. Okay. I think that's pretty much it in terms of conclusion, in terms of what the future of ABM looks like and how precision ads and bridge ads can help you bridge the gap between where you are and where you want to be. If you need